Hey, we're back in the gym today to talk about the second part of our gym simulcast setup, and that is the video feed that we have that's coming from the gym into the auditorium. So really somewhat the reverse of what we talked about in the previous video of our live video feed that is coming from the auditorium of our service to the gym. So to do that, it's a fairly simple setup. We have a Mevo camera right over here. And so this is set up on a tripod, and you can see it here. Just a simple Mevo Start camera that connects to Wi-Fi. It could be sent as an NDI output and be received as an input in other software like ProPresenter. The other thing we have going on in here is we have it connected to a mic, so people can speak into the mic and they'll be able to be heard fairly well in the auditorium. So the first thing you're going to want to do when you come in on a Sunday morning is simply power on the Mevo by holding the button on the back. And it'll beep at you to tell you that it's on. And then you can download the Mevo app, which I would recommend doing if you're running this. And you can connect to it. So I have the Mevo app open, and it's going to start blinking at me, and eventually it's going to connect as long as I'm connected to the right Wi-Fi network. And you can see there that it is connected, and you can see the video feed on your phone through the app. What this camera is doing, it's sending what's called an NDI output that is going over Wi-Fi. So this is connected to an NDI output that is then sent to our Mac Mini in our auditorium, which then can broadcast it on any of our screens. So the other thing we have going on in here is a mic that people can talk into, and it's connected. This aux cable, 3.5 millimeter cable, is plugged into the mic back here. We also want to plug in the power, which is just USB-C. Plug that in here. Let me show you a couple other things here in this Mevo app. So we have this main view of the video feed, and you can see the red little button there saying we're sending an NDI output. If you click these three little dots, you can then hit the gear settings icon, and you can see we're connected to EBC Tech. You can see we're in NDI mode, and we're sending a pretty low quality video just because of our internet connection. And then you can see here all the other settings, but it's set up in NDI mode. The other setting I want to show you is this microphone icon. You click on that, and you can now edit the audio mixer here. So you see the Mevo aux, so we have something plugged in there, and we have it bumped up pretty high, but if you ever needed to change the volume on there, you can do so here with this little slider. But really, when you first turn on the Mevo, all of these settings are automatically set, but if you do need to edit anything, that is how you would do so. Let me show you, now that I just mentioned this audio mixer, the mic that we have set up that's connected to this Mevo. So we have a mic that's set up over here. It's just this actually Behringer mic that comes with that PA system, except we're not using it with that PA system. We're using it with the Mevo, and we have this XLR cable. Just plug it in, and it says an on switch. And now you should be able to talk into it, and the Mevo will be receiving it as an input, which will then be able to send better audio quality to our auditorium. Speaking of our auditorium, let's head there now and talk about the rest of this process. So I'm here now in the auditorium, and I'm going to climb back into our tech corner, and we're going to turn on our Mac Mini here, and we're going to find that NDI output that the Mevo is sending to us. We use this Orbi mesh system, which helps us have a decent connection, so we can be getting the signal from the gym. And so we're going to jump over here to ProPresenter. We're going to open up ProPresenter. We're going to go to ProPresenter settings, inputs. And we're going to check our inputs here in this window. So as you can see, we are receiving the NDI output here as an input. So with Mevo, we have two different inputs here, gym with audio and gym with stage. So the stage one is for our stage display, which you can see of audience and stage here. You You can edit the stage here, and it's all set up so we have an input and we have a clock so that the person in the back can see the time there as well. The other input we have has audio. So you notice this one has audio coming in. You can see there's a little bit of audio coming here. This one has no audio. And the gym with audio is set to a presentation here called video feed. And if we're to play this, you can see it comes on, and then the person who's talking to that mic, that audio will be sent to our soundboard and our sound system in the auditorium, and you'll be able to hear the person in the gym. Really what we want to do here is make sure that all of our inputs are working. We also have, because this is a M1 Mac Mini, it only supports up to 2 external displays, and we're already using those, and so we have what's called Display Link. So if you look here on the computer, Display Link is just this little, these 2 little rectangle things that are overlapping, and this needs to be open to be working. You see it says right now no Display Link connected because the TV is not turned on, but you see here this remote here turns on the top TV, power that on, and then here it should be able to detect that we have a screen up there, and you can see it's come in, and then that will be showing the gym feed with no audio, so as Pastor Jerry or anybody else up front is talking, they'll be able to see kind of what's going on in there. So that's an overview of what we have going on with our feed that's coming from the gym into the auditorium through our Mevo that's being sent through NDI to ProPresenter, received as an input, and then we can send it to our different screens so we can use it in the service as we need to. Hope this video was helpful in just giving an overview of our gym wireless feed that we have going on in here as we try this cafe service thing out at our church.